So if you can recall, when I was taking the length of the shirt, I told you I subtracted 1 inch, which will be added back to the back panel. So for the neckline area, I've not added any seam allowance. I will take the measurement of the back neckline, I will add the two together, then compare it with the neck circumference measurements of the wearer. If there will be need to subtract or add to it, I will be doing that later. Now it's time to draft the back panel. In drafting the back panel, I have my fresh pattern paper laid on the table, as you can see, and I label these edges as the center back. So for the back panel, there's no need for placket allowance, so this edges is going to be closed. Then on the upper part, I left 2.5 inches at the top. From the edges to this line is 1/2 inch. This 1/2 inch is going to be for my seam allowance. Then from the seam allowance line to this line is 2 inches. Don't forget, when I was drafting the front panel, I subtracted 1 inch from the front panel, so the 1 inch has to be returned back to the back. So that was why I left 2 inches. I will be using the front panel in making the back panel. So when I place this, it's going to be on this line. Okay, so which means the back will be 2 inches longer than the front panel. So when we get to the construction level, you will get to understand better. So I left 2 inches plus my seam allowance of 1/2 inch, so this makes it 2.5 inches. So after doing this, the first thing I will be doing on the back panel is to work on the neckline area. This part is very important because the neck will be attached together with the collar. Okay, when I drafted the front neckline, I did not cut out this part, and I told you I will be taking the measurement. If there is need to adjust, I will add to it. When I took the measurement, it's not enough for the neck circumference measurement, so I needed to add to the neck width and the neck depth. So for this reason, I added 1/2 inch to the neck width and 1/2 inch to the neck depth. So in total, the neck width measurement I used is 2 inches, and the neck depth is 1.5 inches for the front panel. So when I'm drafting the neckline for the back panel, the neck width will be the same. The neck width I use for the front panel would be the same neck width I will be using for the back panel, but for the depth, the back neck depth will be 1 inch longer than that of the front panel. I use 1.5 inches, the back will be 2.5 inches. For the width is 2 inches, I will maintain the same 2 inches. So from the center back, I will insert the neck depth of 2 inches, which I have here. The neck width of 2 inches and the neck depth will be 2.5 inches. Your front neck will be 1 inch shorter than the back neck. So whatever you are using as your measurements, make sure you have the back neck depth 1 inch more than the front neck depth, because after joining this together, the front is going to take 1 inch out of the back panel. In order not to make the back neckline too close, you have to do this. Then I can go ahead and construct my neckline. Okay guys, I have the back neckline constructed, as you can see. So now I will be placing the front panel on the back panel, and as you can see, I have my placket allowance folded inward, so it has to be folded inward, and I'll place the center front to align together with the center back. Then I will hold it down with my paper tape. So guys, I have my front panel in place. As you can see, I have it placed properly on the back panel. Okay, then when I was placing this, the edges of my front panel, I made it fall exactly on the 2.5 inches I measured from the edges of my pattern paper. I told you from this point, these edges to this point is half of an inch. Then from the edges to this point is 2.5 inches. So I place the beginning of my front panel on these 2.5 inches. So you don't need to disturb yourself about the shoulder line, because this is no more on a straight line, but I drew this out on a straight line. So what you have business with is the measurement you have, the line I have on the neck width point. You can see I'll make sure the line falls exactly on this point. Then I will place it down like so. So after taping it down, the next step is to trace out the remaining part of the front panel apart from the neckline. As you can see, I've not cut out the neckline. I will trace out the shoulder line, I will trace out the armhole, and I will trace out the side downward to the hemline. So guys, I have the front panel traced out on the back panel. Then I can remove this, and I've also highlighted my lines. So I have this as the back panel. So the next step is to take the shoulder line upward by 2 inches, and I'll add half of an inch as my seam allowance, which makes this 2.5 inches. So from the armhole point, I will take it upward by 2.5 inches, which is here. Then from the neck depth point, I will take it up by 2.5 inches as well, so which falls exactly on the edges of my pattern paper. Then I will connect straight like so. So this part is going to be the back shoulder line, the back shoulder line. Okay, so the next step is to extend the armhole to meet the back shoulder line. In doing this, make sure you have a very smooth curve. You can see what I have here. Okay, then after connecting the armhole like so, I will confirm what I have from the center back to this point, in order to be sure I have up to half of the back measurements. It may be more than half of the back measurements, but it must not be lesser than that. So I have this, and it's okay. Okay guys, the back pattern is ready. What I have left is to add my seam allowance on the neckline. Okay, then I will be giving the hemline a very good shape. This is optional. You can either leave it this way if you don't want to shape it, and if you want to shape it, you can give it any shape of your choice. But as for me, I will be giving it an head shape at the lower part, but this is optional. Guys, I've added my seam allowance on the neckline, and I've given the hemline my desired shape. As you can see, when I was shaping this, I took 2 inches upward from here. Then I position my ruler upward like so. Then when I get to this point, I stopped. Then I changed it, then connect straight to the center back, and I have this beautiful shape. Okay, then I will be applying the same shape on the front panel. When I cut this out, I will use it as templates to cut the hemline of the front panel. Now we have the front and the back panel of our little boy shirt pattern ready. As you can see, this is for the back and this is for the front. Thank you so much for your time, guys. This is just the beginning, because I will be releasing the second facet of this tutorial as promised, which is the drafting and the full construction of the shorts. Kindly remember to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, share, and also subscribe so that you won't miss that video. Thank you once again, and I will see you in my next class. Till then, keep watching, keep learning.